Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will paint a black calla lily flower. This flower has a lighter bloom area and some very dark purple to black areas. So let us start painting it. First we will start with wet in wet, and in the whole top part, just the top part of the flower, I am adding the water layer. I'll show you this full painting at the end of this video. In it I have 3 calla lilies and leaves in the full painting. And now I am dropping in the colors wet in wet, starting with the lighter purple color. Dropping in some pink which is present at the tip of this flower. Now dropping in the dark color. All the clips in this video are in real time so that you can see easily what I am doing, and it is not very sped up because I don't think a very sped up video is much helpful. So everything is in real time in this video. Lifting some lighter areas and veins. It's okay if the color becomes lighter after lifting and blending. That is normal. We will build up the color layer by layer. Mapping this curl of the flower wet on dry. Now wet in this bottom part, and now I will drop in the colors wet in this section of the flower, starting with the lighter bloom color. Adding the color in the direction in which the flower is growing. Softening the edges where I see a hard edge forming. Blending to get an even look and a smoother finish. Now after the top part is completely dry, doing the second wet in wet layer to build up the colors. Wet on dry, mapping in some veins and lines. Now in the bottom half you can see it's too light, so another wet and wet layer to build up the color. And when we repeat the wet and wet layer, we also repeat the lifting. Wet and wet in the stem. I have a full tutorial on painting a black calla lily flower on my Patreon, in which we have all the color mixes and the line drawing and everything included in real time. I covered the color mixing in the beginning of the video in the full tutorial on Patreon. I'll show you a glimpse of the Patreon tutorial at the end of this video. Now in the top section, I am building up some texture. And now I'm just softening over it slightly. Some wet on dry at the top to build up color over there. Building up some more texture with dry brushing technique. Now wet on dry, darkening the shadows or the darker areas next to the lighter veins. Now wet on dry to build up the bottom section, which needs a lot of building up. It needs to be darker. Building some texture, which also helps to darken the color as I build up the texture. Wet on dry, building up some color at the base where it is darker. Some dry brushing in the stem to build up some color and slight texture. Some final details, just darkening some veins. And now this flower is complete. And now here is a look at the full tutorial which I have on Patreon. So this is the flower which I have a full tutorial on Patreon of. So here is just a look at it. In this we paint the full stem also. This is the full painting. So if you would like a full tutorial, then you can check it out on my Patreon. And here is the full painting of the calla lily which we painted in this video. Here is what the full painting looks like. Let me know if you like this video and the painting in the comments. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.